Jai Sri Ram. Welcome to Dr. Prakash Moghe. Welcome to all the viewers of Bharat Marg. Welcome today, friends. We are going to discuss about a very important thing about the CBSE education. CBSE board and the schools run for profit and for other purposes. You are going to hear it from none other than Dr. Prakash Moghe. You know, you have to understand he has been a teacher from CBSE from 1984 by choice. He has a doctorate in education. Okay, so you will find a lot of information. He has been throughout his career with the CBSE. You will hear a lot of information on what's happening because CBSE board is so huge. पूरा भारत में चलती है, पूरा दुनिया में चलती है. ओके, इसके बारे में जानना हमारा बहुत जानकारी के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद प्रकाश जी, आपसे हमसे जुड़े हैं. एंड फ्रेंड्स, इफ यू आर हियर, प्लीज लाइक द वीडियो, कमेंट ऑन द वीडियो. अगर कोई क्वेश्चंस है तो आप कमेंट कर सकते हैं. ओके, कोई पूछना है तो. एंड शेयर द वीडियो. Also, friends, make sure that if you are here for the first time, subscribe to the channel and press the notification bell to make sure that you get notified as we go live, along with the title, so that if it is interesting for you, you can join and comment and become the part of the conversation. Okay, Dr. Prakash Moghe, very welcome to Bharat Marg.
Thank you, Dilipji.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. It's a better pleasure for me also to speak on some topic which has been at the back of my mind for a long time. And just to give some idea of the audience, to the audience, I am an MSc Statistics with MEd. Then I did my UGC NET and a PhD in education. So since 1997, I am a PhD. And 1984 onwards, I have been a maths teacher for CBSE schools. I worked in India, 1 year in Australia, and so many places I have worked as a DGT, PGT, postgraduate teacher, vice principal of a CBSE school. So I am quite into all these things, as well as I have been into teacher training institute as a head of a teacher training B.Ed college. So I am quite familiar with this system, and at the same time, very much honored with the system. And I have seen that other than education, it is doing many things which are nowhere.
Dr. Prakash, Australia, maybe you are in the CBSE only, is that right?
No, that was a private assignment.
That was a private assignment. Okay. So, that is a great profile what you have. हमें बहुत insight चाहिए क्योंकि मेरा भी बहुत सारा questions है इसके ऊपर CBSE.
जी, मुझे बहुत खुशी होगी क्योंकि जो बात हमने शुरू यहाँ से करते हैं कि देखिए CBSE का मैं आपको 3 फेज बताता हूँ. When I was a child, it was CBSE. When I was in the youth, what was CBSE and what it is today and where it is heading. तो आपको पूरी कहानी समझ में आ जाएगी. जब हम बच्चे थे, तब CBSE was made only for the central government employees, armed personals, कि जो जिनके बच्चे एक किसी पढ़ाई हो उनकी, that it was the purpose of CBSE when it was established somewhere very early. When I became youth, जब हम B.Ed college गए, टीचर्स ट्रेनिंग इंस्टीट्यूट वगैरह जाते थे. इन इंदौर वी हैड ओनली 2 मिशनरी स्कूल्स. आई एम फ्रॉम इंदौर इन मध्य प्रदेश. सेंट पॉल एंड सेंट रेफेल. ओनली 2 मिशनरी स्कूल्स वर देयर, एंड अदरवाइज आल्सो देयर वर नॉट मोर देन 4 schools of CBSE in Indore. Within a period of 30 years, today it has become within the same city and vicinity.
How much?
Not large number of CBSE schools.
अब कितना है?
Must be 100 plus.
100 plus. From 2 to 100
within
plus.
25 kilometers of Indore. Within 25 kilometers of Indore, it must be 100 plus. I am being conservative. Let me tell you.
मैं एक सवाल पूछूं आपसे. मैं एक सवाल पूछूं.
हाँ, please.
Okay.
Please.
See, I see as an outsider. I am not an educationalist like you are, right? I am a journalist. Okay. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है कि whenever I see a school, I see lot of schools which are state board. Okay. जब state board होते हैं उसमें इतना भीड़ नहीं आती है, फीस कम पड़ती है. तो तुरंत कभी वो सीबीएसई का चालू करते हैं तो ये एकदम जबरदस्त उनका यूनिफॉर्म ये हो जाता है, बस आके पिकअप करता है, ये बहुत बड़ा स्कूल बन जाता है। ये क्या है सीबीएसई में, वैसा क्या है जो स्टेट बोर्ड में नहीं होती है?
Technically speaking, CBSE, मतलब you'll be surprised to know that CBSE का सब कुछ स्टेट बोर्ड से चलता है। CBSE का रिकॉग्निशन, CBSE का सब कुछ स्टेट बोर्ड करता है। फॉर एग्जाम्पल, द डिस्ट्रिक्ट एजुकेशन ऑफिसर with the government of Madhya Pradesh, suppose government of Madhya Pradesh officer, he certifies that this school is good enough to be CBSE. He does everything. And
आप पानी लेना चाहेंगे? यू कैन ग्रैब अ कप ऑफ वाटर, ओके, फील फ्री टू।
या और थोड़ा सा सीबीएसई नॉर्म्स हुआ, कुछ भी हुआ, तो वो सब जो है वो स्टेट बोर्ड से चलता है। इन रिस्पेक्टिव स्टेट बोर्ड्स, आई मीन दे आर गवर्न, द रूल्स ऑफ अपॉइंटमेंट, the rules of salaries, etc., and even land clearance, everything is given by the state government. Now your question is that what is the difference between CBSE and state board?
And
so the difference is of branding.
You know, my question is twofold. Difference in CBSE and state board, जब स्टेट बोर्ड होता है तो उसका फीस कम होता है, बच्चों कम जाते हैं। सीबीएसई बन जाता है तो वो बिकम लाइक अ प्रीमियम।
वो सारा फर्क ब्रांडिंग का है। आप एक गेहूं लीजिए, से यू टेक 10 kgs ऑफ wheat and go to a nearby chakki, get it atta, so you will get the atta in suppose 300 rupees or something, and you go to a branded company and take atta, you will get branded company atta for 600 rupees, same atta, and it may be older also. So this is the difference. CBSE has become a brand, and that is what I am trying to discuss again and again. Let's see, a big organization like railway, for example, railway handles how many customers a day? Okay, airlines handle, hotel industry handle, police handle, but they have got a customer grievance redressal mechanism, whereas CBSE is such a money making machine that it doesn't have any iota of responsibility on any point. You read, I'll show you, I have this booklet with me. This is the CBSE Affiliation NAM booklet, if you can see. CBSE Affiliation NAM booklet. In it, 69 pages, nowhere it is written that how parents can redress their grievance, to whom they should meet, or even schools. Schools have difficulty, whom they should meet. It is all PR based. So that is very serious objectionable thing, that you are playing with children's future, you are playing with their lives. From KG to 12th, you are entertaining them, they are paying you huge fees, and there is no accountability of anybody. They are just a fees collecting organization. They are interested that their examination takes place on time, and in entire norms also, they speak only of these things, that your land should be this much, and your infrastructure should be this much, and whenever we want, your principal should not refuse. This whole 69-page document has these things. It is totally silent on quality of teachers. It is totally silent on working conditions of teachers. In Indore, I'll tell you, there are schools where the head of the department or senior TGT or something, they may get as much as 75,000 rupees a month. And within the same city, there are schools where 10-15,000 is a big amount. So what are the norms? Within the same school, within the same city, you have a CBSE school which is running 8 hours a day. And you have CBSE school, central school, not that private, central school, which is running in 2 shifts, 4 hours one shift, 4 hours another shift. Then where are the norms? This question has been bothering me since long, and I don't know whom to ask this question, because and after. So this is a major discrepancy, a major point which comes to your mind again and again, that how it can happen, what is the norms?
Absolutely. See, Girinathan in the bottom, you can read here, he is asking you why government CBSE provides affiliation to religious identity schools. You know, missionaries, aided schools, board schools don't follow the instructions of the government curriculum.
As I told you, CBSE has become a money collecting mechanism. That's all. There is no strictness of any type. You go to, like, the question which is there is very much relevant, because RTE, the Right to Education Act 1992, doesn't apply. Sorry, 2009 doesn't apply to minorities.
Mhm.
So if you are running an institute, you may have to put 25% students from the weaker section. But yeah, I am a minority institute. I am not bound by that compulsion.
Hmm.
So what happens now? What happens now in the village area, in the remote area, village area, the missionaries or others who have been there for a long time, so they develop contacts, or they in different ways they have got to entice the simple people and to say कि आपके बच्चे का फ्यूचर बना देंगे, ये कर देंगे, वो कर देंगे, and they start taking land by part,
Mhm.
and then they open a CBSE school.
Absolutely.
There are madrasas in CBSE. Do you know this?
Madrasas with CBSE branding?
Yes.
No way.
Today,
Really?
today, some Maulana was saying in the debate that there are
Ah.
madrasas who are affiliated to CBSE. क्या करोगे आप?
Wow. Okay, but that's a very interesting piece of information. मुझे कभी नहीं मालूम था कि मदरसा में CBSE मदरसा है, वो मालूम नहीं।
हाँ,
But
नहीं, मतलब मदरसा को CBSE एफिलिएशन है।
अच्छा, ये
अब
बोलिए,
उसका कंटेंट तो पढ़ाएगा। हाँ जी,
ये बोलिए, जब भी मैं भारत आता हूँ तो मैं लोगों से बात करता हूँ, राइट? लोगों से, मैं एक ऑटो वाला से बात कर रहा था, मैं पूछ रहा था आपके बच्चों किधर पढ़ रहे हैं, क्या स्टेट बोर्ड में पढ़ रहे हैं, क्या है? तो वो बोला नहीं नहीं, मेरा बच्चे तो CBSE में है। मतलब पीपल फील प्राइड इन
एग्जैक्टली।
फीस कितना है? ये गरीब ऑटो वाला okay, paying close to 90,000 per kid.
Yeah,
You know,
and that is fees.
yeah?
That is the fees. फिर यूनिफॉर्म का अलग है, बस का अलग है, ये अलग है, वो अलग है. Too much.
So how do they create that CBSE में? तो you feel like अगर आप जाके बोलते हैं आपका बच्चा स्टेट बोर्ड में पढ़ती है, तो लोग सोचते हैं कि आपका इतना प्यार नहीं है बच्चों के ऊपर।
वही, that exactly, that is branding. That is we have bought this concept. That's what I am telling you. And let me tell you one more very serious thing which is happening, and because of that, the educated class, like, and more so the Hindus or the upper caste Hindus, they are not having kids. That how they will educate? पढ़ाएगा कहाँ? एक बच्चे का फीस भरते भरते आपका जान निकल रहा है, आप बच्चे को पढ़ाएगा कहाँ? तो that is one more reason that there is a successful selection of population. And those who are least bothered about education, they are flourishing with large number of kids. That is another very serious fallout of this.
And ये मैं एक बात आपको पूछूंगा। I was talking to few people, right? ये बोला जाता है कि if you have a Christian name, it's easy to get CBSE affiliation. You know, ऐसा भी चलता है क्या? Like
ये तो है, it may not be so obvious. It may not be so obvious, but backdoor discussion may be there. For example, let me tell you, but I'm not saying it is happening by design, but it's an observation. As I told you just now, in 1981, when I was doing my B.Ed, so we go to Teachers Training Institute, we go to schools for doing our lessons and all that. Mm-hmm. So that time there were two missionary schools, St. Paul and St. Raphael's. Today, some of my friends are telling they have gone up to 35, 40.
Right.
Missionary schools, 40, 35, okay? 40 missionary schools in one city.
Yeah. Feel free to grab a cup of water anytime, okay?
I'm taking.
Yeah, okay. So, ye boliye, one thing I will like to ask you, Dr. Saab, okay? Please. So, you know, I'll just say one point of my observation कि मुझे बताया गया कि कोई स्कूल से जा रहे थे, you know, they were asking, they told you cannot have a Hindu name. You have a, you know, if you want an affiliation, इसका नाम अगर क्रिश्चियन बन गया तो सब्सिडी मिलेगा, you know. If you are just keeping a general name like blessings, grace, ऐसा कुछ रखा तो you can get it affiliated. नहीं तो हिंदू नाम रखा तो आपको बहुत तकलीफ होता है अफिलिएशन
In some, I don't know of this thing much, but maybe in some very, it may be dominant position somewhere like this. But I'm not in a position to say it is true or false.
okay
But
now I have
it is unfortunate. It is.
okay now I have two part things for you if you can answer that. Okay, one is I am a concerned parent. Okay,
Right,
so I have a
right.
child who I am under a peer pressure. You know, all my friends kids are going to CBSE. Now I am making a decision. मुझसे हो नहीं पा रहा है. Okay, CBSE के भेजूं, स्टेट बोर्ड को भेजूं. What you will recommend? You know this very
Basically, I will strongly recommend to take your child in confidence and to convey the realities that it is not, and there is nothing much in CBSE schools I have never seen. You know, like for example, if CBSE were so nice, why every CBSE school child in 11th and 12th, why there is an open gate to the coaching classes from the school behalf? You know, the dummy admissions, and if your system to you go to any parent teacher meeting, I have attended, I don't know how many I have attended. You go to any parent teacher meeting, the first thing teachers would say is इसके फंडामेंटल कमजोर है, इसके बेसिक कमजोर है. अरे तो आपके यहाँ वो नर्सरी से पढ़ रहा है, 10th तक तो पढ़ लिया उसने, अभी बेसिक कमजोर है तो where will be built up. So total account, because the board is not having any sense of accountability, so it doesn't percolate down to the schools. कुछ मतलब नहीं उनको. आप किसी स्कूल में आप जाके आप प्रिंसिपल से मिलने का टाइम लीजिए, वैसे हाई हेडेड एंड दे आर वेरी लेस अवेलेबल फॉर एनी काइंड ऑफ एकेडमिक डिस्कशंस until it is approved by the management.
Okay, now ये बोलिए कि एक बच्चा सीबीएसई में पढ़ता है, ये एक बच्चा स्टेट बोर्ड में पढ़ता है, और कुछ बोर्ड है क्या? हमें तो यही चूज करना पड़ेगा ना.
नहीं, बेसिकली ये दो ही बोर्ड होते हैं. आईसीएसई भी एक बोर्ड होता है, इंडियन काउंसिल ऑफ सेकेंडरी एजुकेशन. व्हाट वाज अर्लियर कॉल्ड द सीनियर कैम्ब्रिज एंड जूनियर कैम्ब्रिज, that is called ICSE.
And the state board is not available outside of India, only inside the India.
नहीं, state board is available within the state. State board is available within the state.
Yeah, तो भारत के बाहर तो सिर्फ CBSE is available. There is no question at all, right? तो मैं ये जानना चाहूंगा कि एक बच्चा CBSE में पढ़ता है, एक बच्चा स्टेट बोर्ड में पढ़ता है, तो उनका फ्यूचर में जैसा दे गो फॉर IIT, IIM, उसमें कोई फर्क होता है क्या? ये बच्चा स्टेट बोर्ड से आया, ये इतना दिमाग वाला नहीं होगा, ये बच्चा
came from I have seen people state board के बच्चे. Actually, see, once again we are touching a very basic point. The question is that whether child is capable to do that. वही पीयर प्रेशर वाली बात है. आपका पीयर प्रेशर है, आपने बच्चों को IIT की कोचिंग में डाल दिया. अरे उसका लेवल IITI का नहीं है, उसका लेवल 12th का नहीं है मैथ्स का. आपने मारपीट के उसको 12th करा दिया, उसको IIT की कोचिंग में डाल दिया. 6 standards से in connivance with schools, from 6 standards kids are picked up for IIT coaching. क्या पढ़ाओगे आप 6 standards? I have seen students of KG का बच्चा कितना 3 साल का होता है, 3 साल का, traveling 25 kilometers to attend a school. तो CBSE को कोई मतलब ही नहीं है कि उसकी प्रॉक्सिमिटी कितनी है, उसकी फिजिकल हेल्थ का क्या होगा, whether it is correct or wrong. Like in the US and other societies, more than 5 kilometers a child is not supposed to travel for school purpose. यहाँ आप पूरा हाईवे ट्रेवल करके जा रहे हो, 25 किलोमीटर ट्रेवल कर रहे हो, इतना रिस्क ले रहे हो, या बच्चा को.
Oh my God.
And nobody bothered because CBSE doesn't care. उनको उनकी फीस आ गई, उनको कोई मतलब नहीं है. आप in Indore last year, couple of years ago, such an unfortunate incident happened. 6 kids died of school bus. School bus banged.
Yeah, absolutely. But मेरा पूछने का मतलब ये है डॉक्टर साहब, like when they go for higher studies, okay, when they go for higher studies, उधर कोई discrimination होता है क्या? State board
नहीं है, बल्कि the state board person is more likely to get selected into IIT and IIM if he has a proper aptitude, because he will have more time to study his own, and he will have lesser school time, and he will have lesser pressure from the school.
Okay, so
So
you
he
mean to
will have
say
more time.
there is no discrimination in the terms of going into higher education.
कुछ नहीं है.
सीबीएसई को प्रिविलेज मिलता है, स्टेट बोर्ड को ऐसा नहीं, कुछ भी नहीं.
It is just a brand. It is just a brand. उसके अलावा कोई ऐसा significant difference मैंने तो कम से कम देखा नहीं है. मैंने खुद I have studied in the remotest Bastar area. मेरा पूरा बचपन गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में बीता है. I have studied in government schools.
Yeah, I studied
So I
in
have not
government.
seen. Yeah.
I told the
So I have
auto
not
driver,
seen.
I told the auto driver, man, I studied in government school. I told my dad, there is nearby a convent, all my friends are going there. वो बोला कि नहीं मुझसे मैं किसी से ये क्या बोलते हैं, I am not taking any bribes. I can only afford this. If you want, you go here. Otherwise, sit at home. So I started going to the government school. ऐसा थोड़ी बर्बाद हुए.
सही बात है. नहीं, और क्या हुआ नहीं, एंड ऑफ द डे क्या हुआ देखो, वही है ना, इट्स अ पैकेज. इट्स अ पैकेज कि आप एक पैकेज में फंस जाते हो, फिर आप सीबीएसई स्कूल में जाते हो, फिर आप बर्थडे उस हिसाब से मनाओ, फिर आप मतलब इट बिकम्स सच अ बिग पैकेज. इट बिकम्स अ बैगेज रादर, नॉट अ पैकेज. इट बिकम्स अ हेडेक फॉर द पेरेंट्स. दैट्स व्हाई आई टोल्ड यू द पॉपुलेशन डिक्रीज का एक बड़ा वजह ये है कि पेरेंट्स आर सो स्केर्ड कि एक बच्चे को पढ़ाने में हमारी जान निकल रही है, और बच्चे कर लो, ये कर लो. तो दैट इज आल्सो वन मोर रीजन. देन इफ यू हैव अ सिंगल चाइल्ड, देन यू वरी दैट यू शुडंट फाइट, यू शुडंट स्पीक हार्ड टू एनीबॉडी. तो आप लूले लंगड़े बच्चे पैदा करते चलो. यही हो रहा है सोसाइटी.
And then the typical Indian parent blame, I gave everything for my child and the child is not taking care of me. This is a typical Indian parent, जो this is also on the other side of it. मगर ये बोलिए, अब कैसा एक school, like any school want to become a CBSE affiliation, why they do it and how they do it?
There is an affiliation bylaw which I showed you just now. There is a book called Affiliation Bylaws. First of all, I mean, there are also agents moving around whom you can contact and they will do all the needful. But officially, if you go to the website, CBSE website, you can apply online, and you need to produce certificate of NOC by the state government office and different ways. Then you should have land. If you are in a city which is 15 lakh, then you need half acre, 1 acre land. If you are in a city village, then you need 2 acre land. If you are in a metro like Mumbai, Delhi, etc., you maybe half acre enough.
So, why do the missionary schools have more CBSE registration? What is the secret behind that?
The secret could be, I am not much expert on this, but the secret could be that people buy the idea that their English is good. Like,
What is that?
माइंड में है ना कि इनका इंग्लिश बहुत अच्छा है, बस इंग्लिश अच्छा है तो सब कुछ चलता है. आप मेरे को ये बताओ कि सीबीएसई का इतने सारे स्कूल है, व्हाई डोंट दे पब्लिश देयर थिंग्स इन लोकल लैंग्वेज आल्सो फॉर पेरेंट्स, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द पेरेंट्स आर नॉट दैट एजुकेटेड. तो व्हाई इंफॉर्मेशन, क्योंकि अंधेरा होगा जब किसी को कुछ पता नहीं होगा, जब भी तो आप मलाई खाएंगे ना. सबको सब पता होगा तो आपको क्या मिलेगा?
Right.
If everybody knows what are the rules, if everybody knows, for example, in a CBSE school, you can't have more than 40 students in a class. 40 is the upper limit.
40 is too much.
40 is the upper. No, but there are many having 50, 55. There is no end.
Oh, really?
And 10 square feet space for each child. So if you have 40, then the room should be at least 400 square feet big.
Wow.
There are so many restrictions. There are so many. And the CBSE schools are supposed to keep all the data on their website, which nobody does.
Right. In Canada, it is 26 students that in a class.
Sir, even CBSE का जो website है,
हाँ जी,
उसके ऊपर आपको स्कूलों का email ID मिलता है. If you go to CBSE website, affiliated schools के addresses वगैरह मिलते हैं. If you make 100 of them email ID, at least 40 will bounce back. It doesn't exist. Because they don't follow anything. फीस आ गया, क्या ये लिख दिया? हाँ ठीक है, चलो ठीक है, क्या करना है?
ओके, ये
उधर से
बोलिए,
उधर से काम हो गया जी।
बच्चों को ज्यादा होमवर्क देते हैं क्या उधर? सीबीएसई में कैसा होता
हाँ
है
वो तो
स्टेट?
नहीं, वो तो ऐसा है, कुल मिला के अलग अलग स्कूल की अलग अलग पॉलिसीज होती हैं, बट दे बेसिकली सीबीएसई स्कूल्स आर इन अ वे फैसिलिटीज टाइप कह सकते हैं आप, काफी रहती है, लेकिन अनरिजनेबली प्राइस्ड है। मेरे को पता, आप उसी उसी सिटी में आप एक स्कूल है जिसकी 3 लाख रुपीज साल की फीस है, उसी सिटी में एक स्कूल है जिसकी फीस 50,000 है। तो हाउ डू यू एक्सप्लेन ऑल दिस थिंग्स? हमें तो सीबीएसई क्या कर रहा है, दैट इज द क्वेश्चन। हमें सवाल बार बार सीबीएसई से पूछना है कि आप ब्रोकरेज फर्म हो या आप एक गवर्नमेंट की बॉडी हो, you are responsible to the public of India, or you are just a commission agent? What are
And
you?
and and another question I have is, if the CBSE board do any flying squad inspection of the schools? ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता, एक बार बोर्ड में
Occasionally, वो तो कोई
हो गए।
कुछ बात नहीं मानता है, कुछ बात नहीं मानता है, कुछ कारण हो जाता है तो लगा देते हैं, अदरवाइज आनंद है, कुछ नहीं, एवरीथिंग इज फाइन।
ओके,
कोई बहुत ही
इसको
एक्सट्रीम केस हो कि भाई बहुत ही बड़ा बात हो गया, फॉर एग्जांपल कि रेगुलर स्टूडेंट 2 हैं और 500 स्टूडेंट इरेगुलर है, ऐसा कोई बड़ा सा गड़बड़ हो गया, तो फिर होता है, डी एफिलिएशन भी होता है, स्कूल सा डी रिकॉग्नाइज आल्सो।
अच्छा, ये बोलिए डॉक्टर साहब, ये बोलिए कि
जी
इनका फीस में स्टैंडर्ड नहीं है। सारे स्कूल ये एक तरफ फीस नहीं रखते हैं, अपने अपने हिसाब से रखते हैं, यू नो। होमवर्क में नहीं है, रिलीजियस इंस्टीट्यूट, इसके कोई लीगल बॉडीज एक्शन ले सकेंगे क्या? ऐसा लेना है तो क्या, किस में लेना है? क्योंकि
इसमें
सीबीएसई
लीगल एक्शन, आई एग्री, इसमें लीगल एक्शन का एस्पेक्ट तो ये मतलब फ्रेमवर्क ये हो सकता है, जो डायमेंशंस होते हैं कि व्हाट इज अकाउंटेबिलिटी ऑफ सीबीएसई। पहली बात, सीबीएसई का क्या रोल है इन सब, मतलब क्या आप हो क्या, मतलब इधर इधर वो तो आपकी आपका क्लियरेंस डिस्ट्रिक्ट ऑफिसर देगा, मतलब स्टेट बोर्ड देगा, एग्जाम हम कंडक्ट करेंगे, कोचिंग क्लास के स्टूडेंट, सीबीएसई के स्टूडेंट 11th 12th के कोचिंग क्लास जाते हैं, क्या आपकी जानकारी उस चीज की, डमी एडमिशंस होते हैं, तो आपको पेरेंट्स को ट्रांसपेरेंट वे में बताना पड़ेगी सब बातें। आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि आज आपने फीस रखी 1 लाख रुपया, अगले साल से बोलो कि अब ये फीस 1,20,000 रुपये होगी, कैसे, क्यों हो गई? सो वी हैव टू मेक देम अकाउंटेबल, दैट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, एंड दैट इज हाउ इट कैन बिगिन समवेयर, and make them interact in local language. They should give a publicly available number, redress grievance mechanism कुछ होना चाहिए, कोई publicly available number होना चाहिए, कोई email address होना चाहिए। इतनी बड़ी बड़ी रेलवे में कितने लोग ट्रेवल करते हैं, 30 लाख तो बॉम्बे में ट्रेवल करते हैं रोज, रेलवे में कितने लोग ट्रेवल करते हैं? नहीं होता है क्या 131 नंबर, या एयरलाइंस का नहीं होता है क्या, होटल्स का नहीं होता है क्या? तो इनसे जरा से 10-20 लाख स्टूडेंट के क्यों नहीं हैंडल होते हैं?
absolutely, let's
नहीं होते तो आप स्टाफ रखें।
let's come to the final piece of the our session.
जी
Okay,
जी जी
I have a last thing for you rather. Okay, if you are directly looking at the eyes of a parent, okay, today middle class जो है, okay, they are very very struggling, okay, with their children, as you said, with the fee structure and these things like that. Okay, आप क्या सुझाव देंगे? दूसरी बात है कि ये जब सीबीएसई को जाके आते हैं बच्चे अपना, ये बहुत अपने 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 आप को बहुत अंग्रेजी समझ लेते हैं वो, ये
वही
बहुत
वही that is the
गोरे
branding,
बन
that is the branding.
वो
I
गोरे
forgot to tell you, I forgot to add very very important point, that there is a CBSE board, state board, ICSE board, and recently Baba Ramdev ji has launched Bharat Shiksha Board,
अच्छा,
Bharat Shiksha Board, which is going to be very very different and going to do a lot of unique things.
वाह। तो तो
Yes,
आप, या ओनली वन लास्ट थिंग, अगर आप पेरेंट्स के लिए बात करते हैं, ओके, आई वांट 2 पॉइंटर्स फ्रॉम यू। ओके, वन इज फॉर द पेरेंट टू फाइनल थॉट्स, ओके, कैसा करना है, क्या करना है उचित है उनके लिए। दूसरा है, यू नो, इफ इज देयर एनी फाइनल थिंग दैट वी हैव टू एक्ट अगेंस्ट द सीबीएसई बोर्ड, ये कोई, यू नो, इसका भी मैं जानकारी लेना चाहूंगा. Okay, your final thoughts.
No, I'll be very happy to be part of if you want some more information or if you want more research or more documentation, I'll be very happy to have that. And regarding parents, I would strongly recommend parents to feel confident in their child, to let the child grow personally, because CBSE, the whole mechanism, I mean, just general, it's a general comment. The whole mechanism is to make you feel that you are poor or you are weak or you don't know. Lot of ridicule, lot of rebuke is there. So there has to be more sympathetic approach, and there has to be more inclusive approach for the kids' overall development.
Wow. And ये CBSE बोर्ड में क्या बदलाव आना चाहिए, ये बताइए जरा.
सीबीएसई बोर्ड में तो सबसे पहले तो उनको ट्रांसपेरेंट होना चाहिए. नोबडी नोज एनीथिंग वहाँ क्या होता है. कोई पब्लिकली अवेलेबल रेडियस गिवन सिस्टम मैंने आज तक देखा नहीं है इतने सालों में. होता है बड़े बड़े लोगों की कॉन्फ्रेंसेस होती है, सब होता है, कहने को सब होता है, लेकिन वो सिर्फ टॉप शो होता है. देयर इज नथिंग लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल देयर इज अ ग्रुप कॉल्ड सहोदय. In every district, in every big like Indore or big circuit, there is a group called Sahoday, which is supposed to be which is a group of all the principals, all the schools which are there within that particular region, and they come together and they. But there is I don't think there is much of a concrete discussion on anything. It may be a public relation activity, or it may be just a kind of compulsory from government side that you have to meet, so they are meeting. But on ground, we don't see any impact of any innovation or anything coming from the schools.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time, Dr. Saab. Appreciate it. Okay, for you joining us and sharing your experience and giving great insight for the parents. बहुत बहुत
It's my
धन्यवाद
pleasure.
आपका टाइम है.
धन्यवाद. Jai Shri
हरे कृष्णा, हरे कृष्णा. कुछ
Hare Krishna.